Alright guys, this is going to be a weird one. I'm actually trying my hardest to have a little bit more of a normal format of me just being a bit more candid and trying to react to certain videos and certain political opinions in a much longer format of video. So today I guess we're going to be reacting to Ben Shapiro's take on the WAP video. For those who don't know what WAP is, I believe I learned it the other day and I've completely forgot it. WAP is a video done by Nicki Minaj and I believe Megan Thee Stallion. I'm showing my age because I don't even know who that is. All I know is this video bangs. Like, the cameo in it, you know what I'm saying? The video bangs, and it's probably one of the best videos so far in very generic culture of like sexuality and people just throwing out boobs and stuff out there to just be a bit, I guess, vulgar and clickbaity. Nicki Minaj, you know, started this whole kind of like trend of people taking the whole term, taking slut, taking whore, taking bitch, taking all of these terms and capturing it for them, for their own. And for the most part, when we say capturing it for their own, we mean capturing it from men. And we're going to see in this particular video, which I haven't seen it in its full, just how much conservatives absolutely despise the idea of women regaining their power. So let's go straight into it. Alright guys, here we go. Ben Shapiro's reaction to the WAP video starring Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Let's do it.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freaks 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P-word. P-word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside.
Hey, yo, this
Spit
is
in
really
my mouth, look in my
you know?
eyes. This P-word is wet. Come take
I
it off.
love this.
It continues along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like, a lot more vulgar.
Is this vulgar
Talk
to
your
you?
S-word, bite your lip.
Come on.
That D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet-ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet-ass P... Right, so, this is... Guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about.
Oh, so Ben's a feminist now, yeah?
It's not really about, you know, women being treated as independent, full, rounded human beings. It's about wet-ass P-word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist, you see. It gets really,
well, yeah.
really
but
vulgar.
We'll get onto that. Oh, that was pretty basic. Just Ben being his own misogynist self, and yeah, let's be frank, it's misogyny. It's almost like conservatives love to talk about, you know, the fact that everyone bases their arguments on emotions. And let's be honest, Ben's sensibilities there are definitely dictated by his emotions. This particular video is the exact representation of feminism that we need in 2020. Here's some of the reasons. The fact is, the majority of time, women's sexuality has been dictated by men. Oh, Rabbi, chill. My rabbit's just chewing up the whole house. But 2020, just before that as well, women have slowly started to reclaim what is theirs. The ability to fashion for themselves the destiny in which their sexuality results, the way in which they get to dictate their birthrights, the way in which they get to dictate their future husbands, their future wives, what have you. If they want to transition, men have absolutely lost the ability to dictate to women what they need to do with their bodies, what they should do with their bodies, and what God finds absolutely acceptable for them to do with their bodies. Ben is unfortunately of the old teachings in which men have to dictate to women, specifically their daughters, who they have to marry in order to not please God, but to actually extend their empire, to marry into wealthier other families. This has been the longest dictation of women's sexuality and women's bodies. The recent generations of Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Rita Ora, all of these women that just have unapologetic sexuality is the exact reason feminism exists. And the fact that Ben doesn't understand that is not a surprise to most liberals, but maybe actually surprising to most centrist people who do not understand that conservatives rely on the notion in which women rely upon men to tell them what to do. So this is why, for the most part, you will find conservative women pretty much parroting conservative men's views. Liberal women a little bit more, in tune, a little bit more independent, a little bit more, working for their own and not looking for a free meal ticket. It's hilarious. It's embarrassing for conservative women. It's embarrassing for Ben's wife, because ultimately those lyrics, man, that's a Friday afternoon for me. Man is talking about wet gush and wet puss like he don't even know what that means. Let's be honest, he probably doesn't know what that means, to be fair. The amount of times I hear conservatives speak and I just think they're poor wives. Like, the reason we have, white woman feminism now is because of conservatives. That's the only reason. Like, liberal feminism, feminism, that wants to take down the patriarchy and not wants to maintain white supremacy, just get their kind of like viewpoints and their representations better respected, despite, minorities and all of them suffering. Those are the direct results of patriarchal nurture. Those are the direct results of men like Ben Shapiro. Those are the direct results of what you do or what you turn into when you marry conservatives. So, I was so glad to be a liberal. So, guys, please subscribe to the page. We are trying our hardest, to build a liberal outlet and a left-leaning voice, particularly here in the UK where we don't really have that much of it. We have Novara Media, that's pretty much it. Shout out Ash. That's pretty much it. So I'm trying to inspire a little bit more of a left-wing leaning audience and, community on the left in the UK, so we can react to such stupidness like this and actually educate the young as to why videos like this are insidiously problematic and shouldn't really be left unchallenged, because if it were up to Ben, women would be wearing red gowns and white headscarves and serving only as breeding vessels for white supremacy. Peace, y'all.